Yo, what's up? This is Magnus Blog, and welcome to the first Compare the Scene, this time with Darko from UK. Have fun.
It's slowly getting better. I think there's a lot of bands who are more into doing it now. A lot of DIY bands who are just doing it for the...
There's a difference between the hardcore and the punk scene as well. There's a bit of a gap because people do hardcore, people do punk. Sometimes there's crossover, but there's not always.
Hardcore is it's a different thing. Like what we do, it is quite like techie, and I think a lot of hardcore is not as techie. There is obviously some hardcore that is that techie, but I think it's just a completely different style. Basically, there's elements that cross over. Like we do, definitely do some like hardcore riffs, but we also do a lot of double time, which some hardcore bands don't do. It's more about the sort of beat downs and that sort of thing. So, but there's a crossover because there's bands who do both. So there's.
I think it's the I don't know. It's the scene as well. There's a massive scene in the UK for hardcore.
Yeah, it's just.
And there's not a scene for skate punk.
Yeah, the whole DIY aspect, and like there's loads of bands that we've been on tour with and played gigs with, like Egos is or Made It, who aren't strictly punk, but I think the word punk has turned into just a whole genre of like the whole DIY aspect, which punk has always been. It's always do it yourself, do it, meet people, and have a good time. And I think punk is. The word punk has come to encompass quite a lot of that, because there's so many bands who we play with who aren't strictly punk, but because they have that belief, the whole DIY aspect, we're gonna do this and have a laugh, and that crosses over. So it's so much better out here than it's ever. All the shows have been so much better than we would ever.
Just a much better atmosphere.
Okay, last gig we played in like this barn. It was fucking freezing, but like, it was so cool. It was just played in this barn. Had a good lot, and then this.
Everybody's so much up for it.
Yeah, just sort of a lot more appreciation towards music and what artists actually sort of go through to bring it there.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like they just sort of come out a lot more wanting to listen to new music. So like, and it's awesome.
Hard to tell, we were still early doors.
Well, no, we're like every gig we've played, we've had a rider, and somewhere to stay. And in the UK, we don't get that.
Never get that. So
you will never. Well, we hardly ever get a rider at a gig.
We're
not a big band, so like some bands obviously do, but yeah, we sometimes cover petrol, but we literally drive from where we are, like just under London, just up to Grimsby, like North or York, just literally for one-off shows, and it can be just doing it for the fun.
But here, I mean, I don't know, it's just sort of so much more catering, like no matter what level of band or whatever you're doing. I mean, it doesn't matter if you've got sort of stuff released or anything like that, and you're still just playing gigs. Like you'll cater, so yeah, you'll give us food, like you'll put us up for the night. And yeah, it's just awesome. Like just a lot more hospitality, I suppose.
It's not so you can live on tour.
Yeah, you can live on tour.
Live on tour.
It makes it possible, definitely.
Oh, I'll take that back. No, I will actually take that back.
Wait a second.
You can have a sip with you. Have a sip with you back. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Cheers. Yeah.